What's going on, Kansas City and Kansas City Chiefs fans? Welcome to another edition of Chiefs Comments with Kramer. I'm yours truly, Kramer Sansone. You follow me on X at Kramer Talks. But I haven't done so. This has been going on for, how many weeks have we been doing this bad boy? Every single week, Chiefs are going on. I know I said last week we ain't going to have this, but you know what? I just wanted to talk to you all because I'm kind of curious to see what happens this week. But no, this is Chiefs Comments with Kramer answering all your questions, comments, and concerns regarding the Kansas City Chiefs. So feel free to put that in the comments below, whether you are on X, whether you're on YouTube. Feel free, chime throughout the show through there in the comment section. Also, I'm curious what you guys have to say when it comes to who the Chiefs' opponent for this upcoming this next week. Actually, when the Chiefs do play whoever it's going to be between the Steelers, the Broncos, the Chargers, or Texans. Those are at least the four teams that we have to at least wait out and see who the Chiefs could potentially play. So I'm curious who you guys think are the Chiefs are going to play next week. So please put that in the comment section as we also, if you have a different comment, we will get to those as well throughout this one. I know we typically go over injury reports before everything starts, but I want to start the show off right. I want to start off the show showing how hungry of a team the Kansas City Chiefs truly are. No matter who they play, everybody on that team is all focused, and they just want to win. You can see this clear as day. I'm not sure if you guys dabble into Travis Kelce's podcast, the Kelce Brothers podcast on New Heights, but Travis said something that just stuck to me, and I absolutely fully agree with him, and that would be my mindset too, is what he had. Listen to what he had to say regarding this is the entire Cincinnati Bengals situation that has unfolded where those fans are cesspool. Those are a different breed. I've actually started to even more dislike the Bengals than any other team in the NFL, minus the Bills. Can't stand Bills fans, but Bengals fans are legitimately the worst. Listen to what Travis had to say to, backing everything up because he is the realist.
Some people alleging that it was a purposeful letting get your ass
I
kicked.
ain't scared of fucking nobody.
I'm not alleging this.
I wanted them in the
I'm not
playoffs.
alleging this.
I want to slay every dragon one by one, like Mortal Kombat. I don't even want this to be like we play the lowest seed. Just give me the best teams.
I'm not, Travis. I'm just telling you what
AFC,
people
NFC.
are saying.
Give
I'm
me
not
all of
saying
them,
this.
Mortal
People-
Kombat style. I'll go
people
through
are
every
saying-
one of them, just giving them my best effort. I ain't scared of a single soul, man.
You didn't want to see the Bengals in Burrowhead or in Cincinnati.
I'll play them at the Walmart parking lot. I don't give a shit. We can have our own game in the offseason where we really duke it out again. I love competing against the greatest. The Bengals were a fun-ass team to watch there towards the end of the season.
Yeah, he wants to play against the greatest, but the thing is, Bengals aren't great whatsoever. You have to rely on teams in order for you to get to the playoffs, and you know what? Relying on teams that didn't help you out any at all. You should have won more than just, 8, 9 games they had at the end of the regular season. No, congratulations to the Broncos for, I guess, beating the Chiefs and securing that spot. Then again, I really don't care. Everyone was talking about how the Bengals are the biggest threat to the Kansas City Chiefs. Are they really? Are you sure about that? I don't. My goodness, it's ridiculous. People are nuts. I don't get it. But man, I love Travis Kelce's mentality there because he knows. He knew last week was I don't have to play. Just got to sit back, kick back, relax, and watch. Granted, I was stuck on the tar mat for 4 hours trying to leave KCI because that blizzard is happening. Which, by the way, roads are at least a little bit better here in Kansas City, but it's not fun to drive around in the snow. Clearly, especially when the snow was clearly falling, including the ice. That wasn't fun either. But I also love the mentality Travis has there because he wants to play every single best team in the NFL. And he's going to get to play the best teams in the NFL, especially coming up next week. We're going to try to figure out who the opponent is truly going to be. And I've sent out the bird call today. Sent out to my friends. They sent me stuff that was some good stuff. But let's get to those comments,
Let's get to the comments.
So it's coming in from Zeke. I think they will play Chargers or Texans. So it's between that game. But want the Broncos for an easy win. Okay, I respect it, Zeke. I think it's out of every single team right there, Chargers or Texans, that matchup, I think the Chargers win that one. The Texans have looked really bad, especially the lack of wide receiver depth they do have. Remember the Chiefs took out Tank Dell. Well, I mean, they didn't really take him out. injured himself at the game I was at the final home playoff game, a home regular season game before the playoffs. That happened. It's not good. It wasn't a good sight. Their lack of wide receivers concerns me. CJ Stroud's regressed a little bit. I don't see them beating the Chargers. The Chargers defense has actually gotten a lot more stout and good. But I agree with you. Broncos for an easy win. I could see that. I would hope that would be the case. But the thing is, Broncos got to beat the Bills. And do we really, truly think the Bills could get the job done? They will get the job done. I kind of like it. I kind of like it, Zeke. Travis says Broncos versus Chiefs would be fun. Are people behind the Broncos? Is the Broncos that scary dark horse team that we need to actually worry about? I hope not. Then again, they lost the Chiefs barely. I mean by barely losing the Chiefs when everybody was fully healthy. They actually demolished the Chiefs when they had the second stringers, third stringers out there playing against them. Now, what I'm curious is to see what they can do against the Bills in the playoffs now. It's going to be very hard for the Broncos to get over Aperture Stadium. Is Aperture? Is that that Bills cesspool stadium? If I said it wrong, oh well. It's a terrible stadium. They really need to redo it well. Terrible fans as well. So it'd be fun to see the Broncos win against the Bills for an easy Chiefs victory. But then I'm also pumping the brakes on, is that actually going to be an easy win for the Chiefs to play if it is the Broncos versus the Chiefs? Like I said, Broncos could have won, and it didn't. It just didn't work out on their side. Granted, the ball flipped on the side of the Chiefs on that game. Many times that's happened. Now, could that switch to the other side? I think the Broncos could be a scary team if they defeat the Bills, but you got to defeat the Bills. Josh Allen's been absolutely electric through the second half of the season. The entire Bills has thrusted upon themselves as people think that they're the outcast, as they always have been thought that way. And no, it's just you can't get over the hump of Patrick Mahomes. That's the only thing you can't do is do that. And granted, can you do it this year? You got to beat the Broncos first, and that's going to be a tough test this upcoming. So, but then again, it's like, do we bet the favorites this week when it comes to? I don't know. I'm curious. Who do you guys think the Chiefs are truly going to play this next week? Let's go to C. Rich. I'd like to play the Texans, but I think the Chargers are who we will play. But wouldn't hate to see the Steelers. Now, Steelers, they're not beating the Ravens. The Steelers might be the worst team coming into the playoffs because of their horrendous stretch of losing games. Russell Wilson has fell from the skies once again, all the way down the earth, crashing very hard. And Justin Fields, we're not going to see him, but that's the backup they have. Now, if you don't have Russell Wilson or Justin Fields there, it's not good. It's not a good situation for them at all whatsoever. I don't see the Steelers beating the Ravens because the Ravens have clearly spanked up on them as of late. So that's just, I'm just saying. But no, Texans, okay. You like the Texans. They were just in a bad division. Very bad division for them to win. So, I mean, that kind of stinks for the Chargers having to go out and play in Houston. But, I mean, I digress. This next one is coming from Cameron. Give me the toughest team so I can feel better about the playoffs in general. Okay, an optimistic kind of guy. So if you want the best team clearly at a higher, seed is the Chargers. Has to be. Jim Harbaugh being able to matriculate downfield, being the use of everybody on that team. Whether if it's seeing some guys that I never thought would actually do anything in the NFL, like Quentin Johnston stepping up, or Justin Herbert's just a stud. He is. And that defense is stepping up as well, which that's what needs to do for this Chargers team. So they can be dangerous. They really could be. And that's the team I think I'm more concerned about the next following week if they do beat the Texans. Not if. I think they do beat the Texans. But now at that, if they beat the Texans, now we're just looking at whether it's going to be the Steelers or the Broncos going to defeat whoever they play between the Bills or the Ravens. So I like this because mentality is you beat the best team, you're just going to dog walk everybody else after that. Granted, you can't play the best team in the second round because it'd be the Bills. So you have to wait to the AFC Championship game for that. So you're going to have a dogfight between the Chargers, a dogfight between the AFC Championship game, and then a dogfight between whoever's going to win on the NFC side of things. So I like, you know what, Cameron? I like this. I like this from you, Cameron. It's from Creighton. He sent me a long one, so this is actually a bit two-parter. It's from Creighton. The number one seed is huge in the NFL nowadays. Since they changed the format, the one gets a bye, home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and the biggest thing, reseeding. Chiefs will have Chargers or Houston, who they are 3-0 against this season. Unless the Bills or Ravens get upset, which would also be beneficial for KC, they won't struggle to win the AFC Championship. That is strong, Creighton. That is insanely strong. And it's so true. It is so true because the number one seed is absolutely huge when it comes to the NFL. Granted, I know they have like 23, 21 days of rest. That's good. Your body's going to be absolutely fresh. You're going to be right at 100% getting to round 2 of the playoffs. That is absolutely huge. And I agree. It's either going to be the Chargers or Houston because I seriously don't think the Steelers are going to win. I don't think the Broncos are going to win. It would be interesting if the Broncos won, but I still don't see that happening. So, yeah, either Chargers or Houston. I'm still leaning on the Chargers side, but very good point there, Creighton. And, yeah, they won't struggle. I really don't. I don't think they'll struggle at all in the AFC Championship game. Now, I think the games that they do struggle, Super Bowl. Just saying. I think Super Bowl might be the hardest stretch for this Kansas City Chiefs team is just getting that done. Let's see here. This is from Cam. They will most likely play Chargers week 2 of the playoffs, then Bills or Ravens. Texans are frauds, and Joe Mixon would have to do a lot against the Chargers to pull the win out. Texans are mid. I agree. Texans are insanely mid. There's nothing to sugarcoat it. It's just not a good football team. I could see the night and day difference between the Chiefs and Texans in week 16, 17 in the NFL regular season, where Chiefs just put a whooping on them. It was just Chiefs the entire time. You could just tell from the eye test, the physical aspects of how the players are playing against each other. It just showed Texans are definitely mid. They're benefiting from a terrible AFC South. Titans suck. The Jaguars suck. The Colts suck. And the only team that doesn't suck in that division is the Texans because they at least have some decent guys in order to help win them games. So just pointing that out there. There's just nothing that the Texans show to me that they seem scary. Unless we see CJ Stroud go out there and just go perfect 20 for 20 to start the game off, and we're in the fourth quarter, and it's like, oh, wow, we're going back and forth or just taking over things, which I don't see that happening at all when it comes to that. Let's see if we have anything else that was sent in. It looks like, nope, there we go. Lastly, Kobe, he says, they playing Derwin James. The thing is, if they play Derwin James, you know for a fact this guy, hold on. Let me replay it again. This guy is just going to absolutely torch anything.
People alleging that it was a purposeful letting get your ass
I ain't
kicked.
scared of fucking nobody.
I'm not alleging.
Travis Kelce ain't scared of effing nobody. You think he's scared of Derwin James? That's funny. But no, that'll do it here for this edition of Chiefs Comments with Kramer. Now, who I think they're going to play, I think it's the Chargers. I think they play the Chargers next week, and it's going to I think it's the Chargers. I won't preview why I think it's the Chargers, but I think the Chargers win this week because they're the better team out of between that game against the Texans and Chargers, and they're the highest seed. So clearly the highest seed has to play the number 1 seed. So it's going to be the Chargers. Putting that in there right now. Make sure you bet it. Make sure you book it. I'm hammering it down. So yeah. That'll do it here for the Chiefs Comments with Kramer. Enjoy this bye week, Kansas City. Sit back, relax, enjoy some football. We have football tonight when it's college. We have football tomorrow because it's college. Then we have Saturday football and Sunday football. It's football for the rest of the week. Have a good one, everybody.